we continue with our enchanting story of the little prince. Let yourself be accompanied and comforted once again by the wisdom and the simple yet profound messages of the little prince on this journey. Enjoy this journey, and remember, one sees clearly only with the heart. What is essential is invisible to the eye. The Little Prince, based on a story by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Chapter 13. The Businessman. The fourth planet that the little prince visited was owned by a businessman. This man was so busy that he didn't even look up when the little prince arrived. "Good day," said the little prince. "Your cigarette has gone out. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. Good day. 15 plus 7 is 22. 22 plus 6 is 28. No time to relight it? 28 plus 5 is 33. Whew! That makes 501,622,731. 501 million? What? What? You're still here? 501 million? I can't remember. I have so much to do. I'm serious. I can't be bothered with trifles. 2 plus 5 is 7. 501 million. What? Repeated the little prince, who never let go of a question once he had asked it. The businessman finally looked up. I've been living on this planet for 54 years, and in all that time I've only been disturbed 3 times. The first time was 22 years ago, when a beetle flew in from somewhere. It made a terrible noise and I made 4 mistakes in my calculations. The second time, 11 years ago, I had a fit of rheumatism. I couldn't move. I had no time to loaf around. I'm a serious person. The third time is now. I said 501 million. Millions of what? The businessman realized that he would never be left in peace. Millions of those little things you sometimes see in the sky. Flies? No. Those little shiny things. Bees? Of course not. Little golden things that make lazy people dream. But I'm a serious person. I have no time for dreaming. Ah, you mean stars. Exactly, stars. And what do you do with 500 million stars? 501,622,731. I'm a serious person. I'm very precise. And what do you do with those stars? What do I do with them? Yes, nothing. I own them. You own the stars? Yes, of course. But I know a king who... Kings don't own. They reign over. It's quite different. And what good does it do you to own the stars? It makes me rich. And what good does it do you to be rich? I can buy more stars if any are discovered. This man is a bit like the drunkard, thought the little prince. Nevertheless, he asked more questions. How can someone own the stars? Whom do they belong to? Retorted the businessman gruffly. I don't know. Nobody? Then they belong to me because I thought of it first. Is that all it takes? Of course. If you find a diamond that belongs to nobody, it's yours. If you discover an island that belongs to nobody, it's yours. If you have an idea first and patent it, it's yours. And I own the stars because nobody before me ever thought of owning them. "That's true," said the little prince. "And what do you do with them?" "I manage them, I count and recount them," said the businessman. "It's very difficult, but I'm a serious person." The little prince was still not satisfied. "If I own a silk scarf, I can tie it around my neck and take it with me. If I own a flower, I can pick it and take it with me. But you can't pick the stars." "No, but I can put them in the bank?" "What does that mean?" "It means that I write the number of my stars on a piece of paper, and then I lock that paper in a drawer." "And that's all?" "That's enough." "That's funny," thought the little prince. "It's almost poetic, but it's not serious." The little prince had very different ideas about what was serious from those of the grown-ups. "I," he said, "own a flower that I water every day. I own 3 volcanoes that I clean out every week. I also clean out the extinct one, because you never know. It's good for my volcanoes, and it's good for my flower that I own them. But you're of no use to the stars." The businessman opened his mouth, but found no answer, and the little prince went on his way. "Grown-ups are certainly very strange," he said to himself as he continued on his journey. Chapter 14. The Lamplighter. The 5th planet the little prince visited was also very peculiar. It was the smallest of all, just large enough for a street lamp and a lamplighter. The little prince couldn't understand why one would need a street lamp and a lamplighter on a planet with no houses and no inhabitants. But he thought to himself, maybe this man is crazy, but he is less crazy than the king, the vain man, the businessman and the drunkard. His work at least has some meaning. When he lights his lamp, it's as if he brings a new star or a flower to life. When he puts out the lamp, he sends the star or the flower to sleep. That's a beautiful job, and it's really useful because it's beautiful. When he arrived on the planet, he greeted the lamplighter respectfully. "Good morning. Why did you just put out your lamp?" "That's the order," said the lamplighter. "Good evening." "What does that mean?" "It means I have to put out my lamp. Good morning." And he lit it again. "Why did you light it again?" "That's the order," repeated the lamplighter. "I don't understand," said the little prince. "It's very simple," said the lamplighter. "An order is an order. Good morning." And he put out his lamp again. Then he wiped his forehead with a red handkerchief. "I have a terrible job. It used to make sense. I lit the lamp in the morning and put it out in the evening. I had the rest of the day to relax and the night to sleep." "And has the order changed since then?" asked the little prince. "The order hasn't changed," said the lamplighter. "That's the tragedy. The planet turns faster and faster every year, but the order remains the same." "And?" asked the little prince. "And now it makes a complete rotation every minute. I don't have a single second to rest. I turn once every minute." "That's funny. On your planet, a day lasts only 1 minute." "It's not funny at all," said the lamplighter. "Since we've been talking, a whole month has gone by." "A month?" asked the little prince. "Yes, exactly. 30 minutes. 30 days. Good evening." And he lit the lamp again. The little prince watched him as he worked. He liked the lamplighter, who was so faithful to his orders. He remembered the sunsets he had watched himself, by moving his chair. He wanted to help his new friend. "You know, I know a way you can rest whenever you want." "I always want to rest," said the lamplighter, "for one can be both faithful and lazy." The little prince continued, "Your planet is so small that you can walk around it in 3 steps. You just need to walk slowly enough to stay in the sunlight. When you want to rest, just walk slowly, and the day will last as long as you want." "That's not very clever," said the lamplighter, "because I love to sleep." "Then it's pointless," said the little prince. "It's pointless," said the lamplighter. "Good morning." And he put out his lamp again. "This man," said the little prince as he continued on his journey, "would be despised by all the others, the king, the vain man, the drunkard, and the businessman. But he is the only one who doesn't seem ridiculous to me. Perhaps because he cares for something other than himself." He sighed regretfully and thought, "This man would be the only one I could have made a friend, but his planet is really too small. There's no room for 2. What the little prince dared not admit was that he would especially miss this blessed planet because of the 1,440 sunsets in 24 hours.